Hello, YouTube. My name's Brianna, also known as Lady O, and I'm just ready to start a YouTube channel because why not? So basically, let's do this intro. I've done this 25 times, and this is it. We're gonna do this. Okay. So let's see. I am a wife. I'm a mama. I work in corporate America. I've written a couple children's books. I teach Sunday school, and I am on a journey to completing my bachelor's of science in data science. We're going to do it. We're going to do it because going into 2025, I'm over halfway done with my program, and I'm so excited to record this journey because a lot of things that people miss is they don't see the in between. They don't see these late nights. It is currently 1 a.m. and here we are. So, if that sounds like something fun for you, just come on along for the ride. Other content that I would definitely like to share with you all is I love to read. Reading's great. Well, keeps your brain cells intact. It's a good way to go off into another world when you got to stay where you're at. And yeah, I just want to share the books and the data and faith and Bible content with you all. So I'm so excited to just jump into this journey, and I hope you all will come along for the ride. So this channel this video is going to be more of a bookish video tonight. I'm going to dive right into my reading journal with you all. I had a few friends reach out and ask if I could share it, and I was like, that's a lot of work to do with each person. So, another reason why, yes, let's start a YouTube channel and let's go ahead and share my journal. So, diving right in. Now, I know this setup is a little different, and some folks were probably like, hold on a minute, where's the book? Where's all the things? I love me some Canva, and I definitely like to get the most out of my membership. So basically, my reading journals are all done in Canva. That's where I prefer to keep track of my bookish type things and all of the goals that I have as far as my reading journey goes. And I definitely am interested to see what the world thinks of that. One reason behind the Canva reading journal is me and my wonderful husband and our children. We live in our humble little apartment, so I don't have a lot of space to keep all of the things. I do have a pretty good sized book collection. As far as like what I would reread, or I have a few commentaries around for my Bible study, and I do have quite the supply of crafting things, but right now in this season of life, our youngest is 3. So, with that, mama doesn't always have a lot of time to pull out all the things in craft. And being in data science, I spend a lot of time on the computer as it is, plus, I work from home. So, we're going to use what we got. And plus, I think it's a little bit more fun. You get the twinkle, twinkle sparkles, and we can add in all the things. So, very excited to kind of share with you all how this Canva journal has came about. Jumping right into the fun index. I love my little index page. What you guys can see here is that all of my indexes are linked to the specific page. I definitely have a fun time staying on my theme. And this year's theme, if you haven't picked up just yet, is Alice in Wonderland. When it comes to data science and when it comes to the Bible, when it comes to reading in general, I tend to go down quite a few rabbit holes. If I find a new word, or if there's a new concept or a different culture or background that I want to dig into, or when I learn something new when it comes to data, there's just this continuous rabbit hole that I go down. So I thought Alice in Wonderland for the theme of this year's journal was yeah, it's ironic, and it's the Right here, you can see my cute little quote from Alice down the rabbit hole. Like, why? Sometimes I believed as many as six impossible things before breakfast. If you are a mama, um, you can completely empathize with me. I'll say empathize because the way the mom brain works at 1 a.m. on a Sunday night is amazing. Like, oh goodness, I need to do a load of laundry. I need to get my grocery list together. I need to have all the things ready for the week ahead. And oh, yeah, let's go ahead and start our YouTube channel. So that's fun. Um, and life is a journey and it is a rabbit hole at times. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's all fun. So definitely a fun little bit to add into this year's reading journal. And speaking of data and computer science type things, all of the backgrounds that you see on this specific reading journal were made with AI. I love to play around with different types. I used ChatGPT for this particular background, and then I also used Canva's Dream Lab to make a few of my other backgrounds and images. So hopefully going forward in the channel, I'll do some real time dream labs and things with you guys. And I'd love to share prompts and see what everybody else pops up because it's all pretty cool. Let's go ahead and jump right on over to the reading goals. So I'm not too overly crazy on myself when it goes to reading goals. For me, reading is fun. It's a joy, and in some cases, it's a privilege. It's a treat that I get to treat myself to when I get all the work done that needs to be done. I can finally sit down and read a book, or while I'm doing dishes or laundry, I can pop on an audiobook. I will say a lot of things I do right now, as far as reading is concerned, is digital. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I enjoy reading on my Kindle. I have a wonderful aunt that sends me books for birthday and special occasions. And I love the chance to get to sit down and physically read a book. I feel like that's a pastime, and it shouldn't be. It's so weird, but it is. Nonetheless, we're here. That's okay. So, popping off right at the top, one thing I always have to remind myself is, don't let your reading of great books replace the reading of the great book, which of course is God's Word, my Bible, our Bible. God's Word is so important. It keeps us grounded. It's already written on our heart, and there's no better way to learn about the person who's created you than reading his word. As the great Dr. Monroe says, hey, refer back to the manufacturer's guide. So God gave us a guide through his word, the Bible. He is the creator of all. And anytime I've got a problem going on, refer back to the manufacturer's guide. So that's pretty much where I stand on that part. But first goal is definitely completing the Read the Bible in a year reading plan. This year's reading plan, we're going through the Grace Bible reading plan. I've got this one from Faith at How to Faith Alike. I'll link her channel down below. She's amazing. She went through seminary school and shared her journey, which was absolutely amazing to watch. And another one of my, how do you say, inspirations for wanting to record my own journey and bring everybody along for the ride. I also have a goal of getting through the Newbery Award list. Oh my goodness, there's so many beautiful books. Yes, they're for young readers, but you know what? When it comes to adulting, it's sometimes nice to take a step back and dive into a nice middle grade book. So, looking forward to continuing counting down those Newbery books. And also NetGalley. I'm very new to NetGalley, and as you can see, one of the last goals there is to actually join NetGalley and dive a little deeper into the bookish world that I've grown to love and enjoy. So we'll see how that goes. And I have a goal to read one author to zero this year. I have quite a few authors that I never really, I never tracked how many of the same authors that I read since jumping into data and data science and being able to analyze my reading trends. I realized that I have quite a few authors that I enjoy and would love to read one of them to zero this year. I also have a goal to finish a series. I finished two series this year. That was so much fun diving into these worlds, the different worlds of multiple series, and seeing how you just keep going down that rabbit hole, the way the characters evolve, the way the worlds evolve, and tying up all those loose ends at the end of the series. So I want to finish another series this year, see how it goes. And being a student, college student, I read a lot of articles. I read a lot of LinkedIn articles. I read a lot of scholarly articles. There's a lot of reading to be had in the collegiate world, as many of you know. So one way to help contribute and not be a consumer is writing those reviews and sharing what you've learned with the world, which is also another purpose of YouTube. So I like to stick to the commitment of at least once a week, what did I learn? What did we read? What was the article that stood out? And post that on LinkedIn or anywhere really. And yeah, spread knowledge, spread love. It's great. And my little fairy down there at the bottom, we have her little talk bubble. And of course, just have fun. That's the whole purpose of reading for me, for the most part. Of course, I have my scholarly and academic things I need to do, but for the most part, it's just for fun. So let's just see where it goes. Next up, we have our lovely rating system. So, my rating system, it's as you can see, it's blank. I still have a couple more days. It is currently December 30th, so I have a couple more days to fill this out. But I don't know why. I'm not that stringent of a rater. When it comes to a 5-star read is something that gave me a physical reaction. I had a good belly laugh, or I cried, or it's just one of those books that have stuck with me and I couldn't get it out of my head. I took the time to actually make one of my cute little spreads in Canva, of course, for it. That's a 5-star read for me, so I enjoy that. A 4-star read, hey, I followed the storyline. It was cool, no problem. I enjoyed it. Good deal. That's that. A 3-star read, I would say a 3-star read is like maybe content, like in general, love the story, love the characters, love the world. But there may have been some content issues, language mostly. When it comes to books, I kind of like to, keep it clean. Um, Practice what you preach and all. Now, I'm no butterfly or saint or anything, so I do have what I call my YA garbage pile, and that is just for me. Not just for me, but it's definitely something that it's not anything that I would keep lying around because I'm like, there's a little bit of language in there. I definitely am not really a spicy gal anymore. I had to put away my Bridgerton. I did. I gave up Bridgerton a while back. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, it's for the good. Um, Surprisingly enough, I read those books in high school, and now I'm questioning all the adults that were in my life at the time. Like, you guys were just letting us pass these Bridgerton books around, and mm, whatever. That's fun. We all learn. You live and you learn. That's okay. But yeah, had to put away Bridgerton, a little too spicy. But I found wonderful replacements in some classics, such as from Georgette Heyer. Definitely enjoy a good Jane Austen. Um, Jamie Jo Wright's pretty great. So I love a good romance story. Love Regency. Love the Edwardian era, Victorian, all the things. So there's definitely suitable alternatives out there. You just got to look a little bit. The 2-star read, there was most likely some content, and I may have DNF'd it. I didn't finish it about 50%. As long as I get through 50%, I can safely rate it. I don't feel bad. I'll rate it. That's fine. A 1-star read, once again, just to be fair, as long as I got through 50% of the book, I got through 50% of the book, period. So I'll put a 1 star, like, nope, wasn't interested, didn't keep my attention, just no. So, and there may have been some content things right off the back. I believe there was a very popular series. Let's see, Fourth Wind. Yes, it was a very popular series. Fourth Wind. It's got over 2 million ratings. I couldn't even get through the first chapter. There was just language, and I know it says YA, but when I'm like looking, it's romantasy fantasy, so it's definitely a YA series. But there's just a bit too much language in it for me to try to get through it. And it was honestly not necessary and distracting. That's kind of one of my things. Like, if I find a book and I'm enjoying the plot, I'm enjoying the storyline, and there's a few language here and there, I'll probably still finish it. But just jumping right in, we're popping off with F bombs. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, guys. So that probably would have been a just no. But just no is a lot of times when I read books, I do like to jump on Goodreads and go ahead and see a few of the reviews. Like, if I read the synopsis, I'm like, that sounds really interesting, but hold on a minute. Um, some of this seems like there may be a little bit too much spice, or maybe into windows, something like that. If that's a thing that I find on Goodreads reviews, then yeah, unfortunately, it'll be a just no. Like, it may seem very intriguing, very interesting, but I kind of just like to cut it right there. Like, nah, that spicy stuff, we got to stay away from it, y'all. Whatever you put into your brain, that's what's going to come out of your body, out of your mouth. So, uh, again, not a saint, but I'm a repentant sinner, just like hopefully many of us are. And sometimes you just got to be able to say no. And when it comes to reading, again, that's something I do for fun, and my time is very precious in all things. Study time, time with my kids, with my family, all of your time is precious. We all get those 24 hours. So I have to make the most of it. And if I'm already seeing that I'm most likely not going to get to finish the book or the series, I don't even start it. So, yeah, that is just our basic rating system. And up next, I have my reading stats. So, again, um, data science student, got to tie all the data things in. And one thing that I love is so cool about Canva are all the different types of charts that are available. And this chart here is called a tree chart, which it's so fun. It goes with the whimsical background of the little tree forest and cute little dragon right there. But basically, with this tree chart, when I get my reading together for the month, I'll go over here to edit. And of course, right now we have some made up numbers just so you can kind of get the feels for it. But you're able to put in, your all of your data, and it'll help manipulate this chart. So if I'm being so honest, I think my physical read count this year should probably be more like 20. I believe I read a total of 70 books this year. Um, I mean, you can do 70 plus 66 if you want to count my Bible. And yeah, it'll basically just manipulate the chart and give you this cool little graph on how you can change it up, and you'll be able to zoom in, zoom out. But for the most part, it's just a fun little graphic. And again, reading journal, it's just fun. And I love it. I'm looking forward to see how this little tree changes over time, especially with Libby and library. So uh, let's see. I think Libby is a great way to help all of us with our insistent need of our instant gratification. So with Libby, it's connected to your library, and basically you can check in, check out your books. But when it comes to all of the books and audio or regular books, you may have to place it on hold. So I said I was going to start my Nevermore series for middle grade March, but there was such a long hold, and I just went ahead and put myself in line. And I just got the copy today, and yes, I already started listening to it. I got the audiobook before the physical book, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna go with the audio. I'm so excited, already on chapter 5, and it is amazing. And really looking forward to seeing how all plays out with Nevermore. Very excited. And also, I do want to take a little bit more advantage of the library. I'll share with you guys some of the library journeys I do with my kiddo. My youngest, he's 3, and he definitely loves to read, but our local library is very cool. It's beautiful. They have fun, interactive activities. They have a train set. So I have so much joy when we get to go. And he loves to pick out a choo choo train and a choo choo train book, and we'll just do all the train things, or we'll pop over to the little town that they have, and we'll play with the ice cream shop, and he'll find an ice cream book, or the dinosaurs, or the or the blocks, so just all the things. If you haven't visited your local library, go and take advantage. That's what we pay our taxes for. Continuing on with all things data and Canva related, we're also going to throw in some fun ChatGPT to see how I created my fun Bible tracker. Now, first off, your girl did not type out all 66 books of the Bible. I don't need carpal tunnel just yet. I still got a few more years. There's maybe already some going on, but we're going to try to avoid that. So, fun thing with Canva is you can definitely go ahead and add in a table. So, that's what I did here. I added in a table. And then we popped on over to good old Chat GPT, and I was like, you know what? Can you make me a table that has all of the books of the Bible? And of course, ChatGPT was able to make me a table, and I was able to go ahead and open that up with Excel. So once it got opened up with Excel, we had to do another step. I had to combine the table. So with ChatGPT, it did what I asked it to do, but I had to go one step further, and we went ahead and did a good old power query, and we're going to merge the table. So you just basically highlight both columns there, and we just did a transform. And the way that I did the separator, I made the little squiggly line. We're going to keep it whimsy, keep it magical. So once we get the little squiggly line in, we can go ahead, load that, and boom, one column. Woohoo! So I've got all the books of the Bible and the amount of chapters for each. Why did I want to put each of the chapters? Well, because I wanted to. And it's nice to know how many chapters are in each book of the Bible. If I'm having a heavy homework month, I'll know which book I can go ahead and start in. Now, again, I'm going to go ahead and try to stick with my reading plan. So that's what I'd like to do. And, you know, there's grace in all things. So that's what, if I just need to go and hop over to one book, I'd say, me personally, Ruth is always a great place to go. And it's good for all mamas. And what you're seeing me do here is I just went ahead and copied and pasted my data from Canva, from ChatGPT via Power Query, and just made my fun little table. And what's so super nice about Canva is you have all of the functionality that you would in Excel. So I was able to go ahead and size the rows and the columns equally, which is very nice. Because again, we're not going to sit here and mess with every single little table and square to fit all that data in. So that's what we're doing here. Easy one click, size and rows, size the columns and rows all equally. And there you go. Beautiful, lovely table. And of course, we got to keep our magical theme going. So I went ahead and just added in a couple of little sparkles I like all the shiny things online. Okay, I don't have much bling. My bling is my wedding ring. That was a good rhyme. So I put my little sparkles in there, and there you go. We have a wonderful, lovely Bible tracker. And right here, you'll get a very small sneak peek because, again, I purchased this plan from How to Faithful Life. I'll leave a link in the description below if you're interested in following along in this plan with me. But there are 95 grace days to get through this Bible reading plan in a year. And I absolutely love getting through it. Last year, I didn't get through every single one. So that is my goal this year, is to follow the plan and get through it from start to finish. Of course, I can still read or listen to all my books of the Bible, but I would really like to finish through with this plan. I enjoy finishing what I started, so that's what we're going to do. And of course, keeping with our Alice theme, it's no use in going back to yesterday because I was a different person then, which is very true. When we allow God to be the center of our life and we allow Him to take the wheel, that is so not a pun for Gary Underwood, but here we are. Anyways, when we allow for Jesus to be the driving purpose of our life, um, yeah, every day you kind of are a different you are a different person. Every day brings new grace, and every day is an opportunity to make the right decision, to be disciplined and let God be first in your life. So yes, that is the goal this year, and I hope you all will stick through with me as I myself try to complete this reading plan. I'm very excited to continue diving into it. And my next page here are just a few of my favorite authors that I like to keep track of and have really enjoyed. And this is just from 2024. I haven't added all of my authors on this page just yet. Georgette Heyer, as you can see, is right there at the Heyer, I think it's Heyer. Yes, Heyer is right there at the top. I've just found so much joy and laughter going through some of her books. I recently finished the Reluctant Widow. It's absolutely hilarious. I enjoyed it so much. And just yesterday, I read two of hers back to back. Actually, she's so funny. I just got done reading These Old Shades, and I went into that book completely blind, not knowing what to expect, but it was a riot. So I might have to do some separate book review videos just to go over them because I think most folks sometimes we don't value the funny that can be found in these older classical books. And unfortunately, yeah, I'm going to say America has overstimulated us with the new version of funny. I'm not a tree hugger or any kind of pious person whatsoever. I know how to have a good laugh. But yeah, I think sometimes finding the simple things to laugh about when you're not so overstimulated, it's absolutely wonderful for your heart. Um, I'll say going through my Bible reading plan and just going through my Bible in general, I've never laughed so hard. I think the most recent laugh that I can remember, and it probably always stands out, is when Sarah decides to say, I'm not going to have no baby at 90, girl. how do you think this woman felt when she found out that, yeah, honey, you about to have this baby? Oh, poor Abraham. Could you imagine being a parent in your golden years? I just, oh, what am I saying? I have a 3-year old at 34. So it's not my golden years. Don't get me wrong. But considering our oldest is 17, yeah, your girl's a little tired. But yeah, these are just a few of my favorite authors that I enjoyed throughout the year and definitely want to read more from them. And I have each of their pictures linked to the Goodreads page that has all their books. So it's just a really practical way when I'm going through my reading journal to just be able to easily click on whatever I want to get to. And keeping in great whimsy fashion, up next I have my beautiful book garden. I'm so excited. This particular background image was made with Dreamlab, and I love how it came out. It absolutely encapsulated my whole Alice in Wonderland theme that I wanted to get, but on the lighter side, because some of Alice's stuff is kind of dark. Like if you just go out on the web to look for background stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm not looking for the gothic part of Alice. It's like I want the happy, the whimsy. So even though that story, she is slightly insane, but nonetheless, I wanted to go with the happy and whimsy. So that's what we went with. This book garden, I'll just basically be filling out as I complete new books in 2025. And yeah, just looking forward to seeing how it grows. And up next, I have my middle grade March book garden. And this particular garden, I just went ahead and got started because I definitely, when March is going to be here before you know it, time is flying insanely fast. But I definitely wanted to be able to just have those particular books that I definitely want to get to ready. I already have Nevermore on here. I've already started reading the first one. So hopefully by the time middle grade March comes around, I can go ahead and complete the series. That's definitely a goal of mine. And another one that I'd like to go ahead and jump into is the Dreamkeeper saga. I had so much fun when I read the Secrets of Armdale series, and I really liked the dragons. I love dragons and all of the whimsy. When it comes to like magical, fantastical books, I definitely stay on the lighter side of things. Don't dive too much into like deep magic or any of the I don't know, no dark type magic. So I like to stay on the lighter side. I would say yeah, I love Harry Potter. Have read all the Harry Potter books. I think that the books were actually more graphic than the movie, but that's just my own personal opinion. That's fine. um Another one is the Shady Hollow series. I really love the book The Wind and the Willow. And it seems like that series, going back to the little woodland creatures that talk, I'm like getting all kind of like Bambi nostalgia. So yeah, again, another series I vaguely heard about. I put it on here for a reason. So yeah, we're gonna jump into that. And also, I have one heavy book on here. It's called Blended, and me being a mixed kid myself, I saw this Blended book, and it's about a girl that she has a white mom and a black dad, and she has to learn how to navigate living in those two worlds quite literally. One parent is wealthy, another parent not so wealthy. One parent lives in this beautiful, glamorous side of town. Another parent, well, lives on that other side of the track. And yeah, very similar situation. Not just for mixed kids. I'm sure a lot of young kids can. Unfortunately, if you're in a divorced home type situation, you can probably empathize with. So it's a little heavier of a read, I think it's going to be, but I'm looking forward to reading it. Sometimes it's always good to, I'm not going to say necessarily go back to your roots, but reading other people's stories helps you remember where you came from, where you want to go, and how you want to change that generational cycle of toxic toxicness. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, basically, it's a book about a little mixed girl, and being a little mixed girl myself, I thought it'd be something fun. Well, I'm not gonna say fun. I thought it would be interesting to jump into. And then, of course, I have The Witch of Blackbird Pond on there. That is on my Newberry list. So that'll be another good one to jump in. And I have some mysteries on there as well. So just a few little books. I don't know if I'm going to be able to completely fill out this particular book garden. I think I should be able to. It's not too bad, but in a month, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it though. and jumping into my series tracker. So, as you can see, Secrets of Orndale. Oh, I'm so sad that it is over. However, Christina Bear did put something out on Facebook that she may be doing something with Genu Shack. If you know, you know. I am so excited. I really hope that she does. I'm definitely looking forward to continuing the world of Ormdale. Hopefully, it's not finished. I think this may have been one of my favorite series of all time thus far. Um, there's still many more series to get through, but yes, so far this one is still making the top. And as you can see, as I was talking earlier, there's my YA questionable series. I'm completely current. That's why we have the question marks there. And it's so fun because these little links, I have them linked to all the different Goodreads channels for this wonderful little warning I have here. That's like a way for me to visually see when I'm going through books. I'll put a warning on the cover if like, okay, like we got a warning, so that means that there was something with content or there was something about the book that I just did not like in that particular book from this series. And if I keep seeing warning labels across books within a series that I read, then I'll just choose to end the series. That's just for my sanity and for my own little heart. Yes. And as you can see, we have Nevermore here. I'm so excited. So, again, I am definitely leaning into Libby and library a lot this year. I'm looking forward to saving my credits with Audible. There's so many other books to read on Audible, but this year is definitely a year like we got to get this instant gratification stuff under control, guys. Like, I don't have many vices, but book book buying is possibly a vice of mine. Yes, it's just so easy nowadays to click, buy, it's mine, woohoo! Even if it's on, clearance or whatnot. Hey, we just got to get better at it. If there's a way to read it for free, and it's not for free, okay? The library is funded through our tax dollars, so just so we're all aware there, it's not free. My taxes, your taxes pays for the library, so use what you have, right? I also have the Timeless series on here. I know it's very popular. I'm wanting to dive into it. I really love Jamie Jo Wright though. So I gotta be careful with my dual timeline series because sometimes they can get a bit much for your girl's brain, especially jumping back into school. So we'll see when I get to it, but I would like to get to it, at least start it this year. Mistborn. Oh, the great Brandon Sanderson. I still have never read a Brandon Sanderson book, and yes, I know. Like, what kind of Sunday school teacher are you? Okay, anyway, yeah, I do want to read Mistborn, the Mistborn series, the trilogy, and some other Brandon Sanderson books. But again, reading for me is fun, and those Mistborn books are chunky. So we'll have to see. Emily Wilds is really cool, specifically the Encyclopedia of Fairies. I was looking to get into. We'll see how it goes. Again, it's one of those things that tiptoes the line of the magical fantastical. I need to jump off of my magical fantastical train just a little bit. I'm reading Nevermore right now. So after I finish this first book of Nevermore, I'll probably jump back into a little bit of realism for a bit. But I read quite a few heavy books last year, and I'll have to do another video because this one's already getting a little lengthy on my books from last year. It would be fun to go through though. And yes, of course, because we don't have enough series. Yeah, I have a couple more series I want to get through. The Alistair Audley series, as I was stating earlier, I just got done reading These Old Shades, and apparently that is part of a trilogy. Forget trilogy. That's the new world. Trilogy. It just sounds so classy. I love trilogy. So we're gonna jump into the Trilogy series and also the Dreamkeeper saga. The Dreamkeeper saga is like me trying to extend Ormdale. It's another dragons fantastical series. Um, yeah, so we'll see where the series go. Very, very excited though for all of my series, but I have to finish one this year. That is a goal. Finish one of these series. I'm sure I will, but nonetheless, at least get one finished. And we are coming to the end of the book journal. So, coming up next, I have just my Newberry Forest. Now, there are so many more Newberry list and such a fun, cute little thing. I love how you can link things in Canva. So, this Newberry Book Award, I have linked to the Albuquerque Library. So, the Albuquerque Public Library has a wonderful list of all of the Newbery Award winners. And I love that you can, see what the current year is. So right now, The Eyes of the Impossible, a story of a dog who unwittingly becomes a hero to a park full of animals. That sounds fun. I like dogs, but not much of a. No, I'm a big mood reader. I'm not in the mood to read anything about dogs at the moment. However, from the other Newbery Awards, I'm very, very excited to dive through them. I did recently read The Last Quintista. Oh my goodness. Now, Newberries are usually supposed to be for children. Some of these books are a bit, a lot of them are very heavy and they have great lessons to learn. The Last Quintista is a science fiction, but it's a sci-fi book, and my goodness, it was actually kind of scary. I did read it I read it in November, going into October, so I say it definitely fits the theme of Halloween if you're looking to start your list. But yeah, and they also have on here like find a good one, so you can go by genre, which is really cool as well. Yeah, I really love how this library set up their Newberry list. But yeah, I'll put their link in the description as well. So feel free to dive through and check it out. All right, friends, we are at the last page of my reading journal thus far. Of course, there will be more pages added as the year progresses. But this page is my NetGalley page. So again, NetGalley is something new to me. I'm very excited to dive into it. And right now, I'm just kind of using it to look out for new books that are coming out. And yeah, I think I think I'm going to join this year just so I can we're going to take advantage of those free things that are out there for getting new books or whatnot. But here's just a few that I'm really interested in. I already have a couple of rom-coms ready to go for February. I'm going to be really picky with whichever one I choose because I only get one Audible credit or my Kindle per month. So, again, very strategic, and we're going to just keep that instant gratification in check and work with what we got. But one that I am beyond excited to jump into, oh my goodness, I've got questions. Now, I've got questions is exactly what it sounds like. So I've got questions, the spiritual practice of having it out with God by Aaron Hicks Moon. Now, honestly, just the title alone, like that's all I need to know. I'm going to read it. I'm excited to read it. I think folks in the body of Christ, sometimes we struggle with asking questions. You know, if there's a passage of scripture we're not quite sure of or how it should be interpreted or like what is God really trying to tell us here? We all have, it seems like we have hard times asking those questions or getting them out. So when I come across books such as these, I'm always just like, we were all thinking it, but someone just had the courage to say it out loud. So yeah, very excited to go ahead and jump on in and read this as soon as it gets published. It looks like it's a pretty popular, and it's got an average rating from 7 people alone. So an average 4-star rating from 7 folks that have already reviewed it, which that's good. I mean, this book doesn't post until February, so yeah, so far so good, trending in the good direction. Very excited to dive into this as soon as it jumps out. And my friends, that brings us to the end. Again, I am just so very excited to get started on this journey, and hopefully, you all will come along with me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. How do you like this Canva virtual reading journal? I'm so excited again to share this with some of my inquiring friends that have been asking. I'm excited to continue building this out. Not all of my content on here will be bookish, just because, again, life with Lady O is a little crazy, and we've got school, we've got family, got my grandma, all the things, and of course, my wonderful kiddos at Sunday school. So, and work. Yeah, there's that too. So, yes, a lot of things. And yeah, I'm not quite sure where the content of this channel is going to go, but it's always my goal to be encouraging, learn something new. And yeah, just again, recording this amazing journey that I'm so blessed to be able to go on. And we are going to finish it. We are going to finish this degree. I am so very excited. Bachelor of Data Science, here we come. What I'm going to do with it, not quite sure yet, but either way, we are at a starting point, and all that matters is we're going to finish this. It is a decade in the making, and again, I'm just so excited and so blessed to be where I am at this point in life. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you all in future videos. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Always happy to buddy read or connect with anyone who likes to do things like that. And yeah, talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.